Hi guys, welcome back to Elden Ring, and welcome to what is a bit of a filler. I'm really trying to to sell this one to you. I'm really trying to hook you guys in and try and get you to watch. And I'm further doing that by starting in the Forbidden Lands, which is one of those weird, like liminal, sort of transitory areas that FromSoft sometimes does in both Elden Ring and in their other games. Because nothing happens in this area. Like you just go through it. It's basically a straight line, and yeah, nothing actually happens. So I don't know what's up with that. It just connects one area to the other. So it's kind of weird. And you might be wondering, well, why am I even showing you this if nothing happens? Like, what's the point? Well, you know, I want to bitch about it. So that's why I'm showing it to you, because I need stuff to talk about, so I'm talking about that. But anyway, I mean, you know, at face value, it's just a liminal area, but there is stuff in here if you just list it. You know, there's a Knight Cavalry boss, there's this Black Blade Kindred boss, there's a Golden Seed. So there is stuff here, right? It's not just a liminal space, but it's still weird because it's such a short area, and you know, there's no real point to it apart from, you know, connecting the capital to the Mountaintops of the Giants, which is what we're actually doing today. This was just a fun little intro for you guys, just to give myself the opportunity to talk about the Forbidden Lands, because it's kind of weird. But anyway, we are here at the Grand Lift of Rold using Melina's medallion. We can hoist it and watch this cutscene together. I don't think I showed the cutscene for the Grand Lift of Dectus. I don't remember. This playthrough is so fractioned, so interrupted, so inconsistent in its timings that I genuinely can't remember. It feels like I've started this playthrough centuries ago. It feels like I've been doing this all my life, which, you know, it is a long game and I haven't been really consistent with it, but, you know, that's just what it feels like, I suppose. But anyway, we need to watch this black screen together in silence, and now we have arrived at the Mountaintops of the Giants. This is a really cool area. I mean, yeah, it is frozen, it's a mountaintop, so it's cool in that way, but it's, you know, it's epic. I really like the vibe of this area. It's, you know, it's a mountaintop, so you know, it's, you know, as you can see above the clouds, so it's kind of epic. It's an epic vista, an epic view. And so every location here feels a little bit more epic than it would otherwise be. The music also helps. There's this droning, I suppose you can call it. It's just the background music. It gives it that epic vibe, that vibe that you really are somewhere important. I stopped there for a second just to give myself the opportunity of a screenshot of a thumbnail. Still don't know what the thumbnail is gonna be for this one, but you know, I'm giving myself options. And these are the Zamor. These are some ruins. I remembered somehow that there's a smithing stone bell bearing here, so that's what I'm trying to find. I don't remember where the underground bit is. We get a spell there, the Zamor Ice Storm, which is a pretty cool spell, again, in more ways than one, but it's a really cool AoE. Not really that useful for PvE, but you know, it still looks cool. It's a kind of a blizzard, 360-degree blizzard thing, so pretty great. But I managed to find the underground bit and find the smithing stone miner's bell bearing 3. Which is a bit of a mouthful for an item name, but what are you going to do? I don't know what that item allows me to buy. I mean, I know it allows me to buy smithing stones, but I don't know which tier. I think the last one allows me 8 and 7, so this might be 6 and 5s. I don't know. And I'm way past that point anyway, because my Zweihander is at plus 23 or something, and I only need like a few smithing stone 8s to max it out. So, you know, I'm just collecting these for the DLC, because I know there's gonna be some cool weapons in the DLC probably. This is another epic vista I'm kind of using for a screenshot opportunity, but yeah, I do believe the DLC will have some pretty cool weapons, so it's good to have the ability to buy smithing stones and upgrade them as I find them, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with the DLC. Anyway, we need to go across this massive epic wall. Again, everything is so epic about the Mountaintops of the Giants. I really like the vibe in this place. I'm not really, I mean, normally I'm not a fan of the sort of frozen environments. I'm more of a tropical, warm, deserty kind of guy, but not a lot of those in From Software games, come to think of it. I mean, there are lava areas, but that's not exactly what I'm referring to. But anyway, doesn't really matter. We're just gathering some items. This is also kind of a liminal area in that nothing much happens. You just go through it on your way to somewhere else. But you know, it's fine. It still looks cool. So it's a cool vibe. Again, the word "cool" does have double meaning in this area, but you know, it's still a useful word. Here I get confused, I get kind of lost because I can't remember where the Site of Grace is. I know it's somewhere on the edge of the area, but I can't remember which edge. And I just run around for a little bit, trying to find it, trying to get my bearings. And I do eventually, I do realize that I need to go up this ramp, but I'm giving it another, you know, once over, just to make sure. I know it's somewhere in that direction, on the sort of a left edge of the map, but it's not here. It's not next to the golem. It's up there. So once I realize that, I do go up there. Come on, you can do it. Yes, yes, very good. And yeah, and I will be able to find the Site of Grace and continue on. But yeah, as I said, this is a bit of a filler. We're not fighting any main quest or main story bosses. We're just sort of covering some ground to get to that point. But there will be some action in this one, so you know, it's not really that boring, right? It's still worth watching, I think. So yeah, we're just gonna go to the Volcano Manor request, Juno Hoslow, to get that over with. The Volcano Manor is done.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I stop here because this never happened to me before. I never done Latena's quest before, so I had no idea that she speaks to you, and I completely forgot that I'm even doing her quest. So so there's that. I have no idea that she tells you where Castle Soul is and how to get to the Halleck Tree, but you know, I know how to get there without Latena's help, I suppose. But yeah, doing this Volcano Manor request. Volcano Manor is done. Like, Rykard is dead, everyone's dead, but for some reason the request is still here, and I'm just doing it to get rid of the map marker because it bothers me. But yeah, this is quite a tough fight actually, because this guy has a whip, 2 whips I think, or yeah, 2 whips with bleed, which isn't something you normally have to deal with in PvE. So you know, it's really easy to die to this guy. As you can see, I'm already half health or just below that. So definitely something to consider when fighting this guy. Aggression doesn't really help because whips are really good at staggering you, and they're really fast. And this guy has Bloodhound Step as well, so that's another layer of challenge. But you know, we got the Scarlet Rod, we have the Zweihander, you know, it's fine. We can we're gonna win this. Spoiler alert, but definitely something you need to do while awake. You don't want to uh, underestimate this guy because he will kill you, and it's kind of a pain to ride all the way back here just to kill him. But we managed to kill him, the Knight of Blood, and get the rune arc and some finger remedies, and we also get the what do we get? We get his weapon, we get the whip and the armor set. There they are, Hoslow's stuff. It looks really cool. It's a cool looking armor set, but it's too specific for me. I like the more generic armor sets, which allow me to self-insert, do a bit of a self-insert. The more specific character armor sets are, don't allow me to do that. So I don't really like them unless I'm going for something, really specific, like a cosplay or something that only those armor sets can accomplish. Like the Hoslow set, for example, is kind of a vampire set. It does look a bit like Dracula-ish, that kind of aesthetic, that kind of vibe. So, I might use it for that, hypothetically, but doesn't matter. It's a cool-looking armor set. Use it if you want to. It's too specific for me. But yeah, now we are just going through here. I'm going to go and get some smithing stones from the statue. I don't really need them, but I didn't realize this at the time, so we're just gonna get them, I suppose. But first, I think I go to the Grace here. Yeah, it's a smart move. First get the Grace and then fuck around. I mean, the other Grace isn't that far away, but might as well get this one. Like, there's no reason not to. And now we're going to get the smithing stones. I think there's smithing stones 7s, 3 of them, if I recall correctly. And the reason I get them is because I've needed them in the past. So that's how I got them in the past. I don't know what I did this episode or this playthrough that allowed me to upgrade my weapons so far or so much without doing all of this, but I'm glad I did, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just trying to lure this guy over to smash that statue, which contains the smithing stones, and his AI is being a bit of a bitch right now. He won't attack me. They pick and choose the worst moments to back away. When you want them to back away, they'll chase you to the end of the earth, but when you want them to attack you, they will not. They will refuse. But he's slowly making his way there, and he smashes the statue. Very good, yes. 3 smithing stone 7s. I wonder what the correct plural is for that. Is it smithing stones 7 or smithing stone 7s? I don't know. And I don't think I'm gonna look it up. I might, but I don't, that's very specific kind of information. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We get them, even though we don't need them. We certainly don't need them right now. But I finally decided to map my blue flask to the hotbar instead of having to go to the inventory every time. And I also switched to another talisman here. Maybe the stamina regen one. Yes, very good. I also got the long-tailed cat talisman, which I don't remember getting that, but again, this has been a long playthrough, so who knows what I did. But yeah, we're just gonna go across this lake. We're gonna fight Borealis, just because I felt like it. I decided to fight him. We don't, you don't have to fight him, especially if you don't want to get his breath. His ice breath or whatever, but I decided to kill him anyway for the runes, I suppose. I don't really know why I decided, but I did, and I'm doing it. So yeah, this is a really tough fight actually if you come here at the wrong time and you don't, if you're not really comfortable fighting dragons, you will die here because frost is a hell of a thing, and just because of the point in the game that we're at. This guy does a lot of damage. I think this is the last dragon you fight in the game. So yeah, he's scaled for that. I mean, he's the last wyvern, the last flying dragon, if you will. There is Theodorix in the Consecrated Snowfield, which is also technically a dragon, but that's a worm, not a wyvern. If you don't know the difference, wyverns are sort of like birds. They have two back legs and two modified front legs, which act like wings. And worms don't have wings. They are just sort of lizards or salamanders, basically. You know, I don't think there's the consolidated or agreed upon standard of or nomenclature for dragons, but this is the one I'm familiar with. So these guys are wyverns, and the other guys are worms. But this is the last wyvern you fight, I'm pretty sure, because there's also actual dragons which have 4 legs and 2 wings, which are the ancient dragons that you fight later in the game, mostly in Farum Azula. But yeah, as you can see, Frostbite is a hell of a thing, and it almost killed me right there, but he is also almost dead, so I suppose it's fair enough. And he will die right now because he made the mistake of choosing this attack, which is very easy to dodge and is very easy to punish, and he's dead. Very nice. And we get, I think, 100,000 runes, if I recall correctly. Yes. I recorded this episode yesterday, so my memory is a bit fuzzy. I actually tried recording the audio for it yesterday as well, but I forgot to turn on my mic, which is a really stupid thing to do, but I did it. So that was fun, to have to talk for half an hour for no reason. But this is another reason why I enjoy doing the post commentary, because it's not lost, right? If this was live commentary, then the progress would have been made in the game, and I would have just had to move on. But now I still have the recording, the gameplay recording, so I can just record another audio session on top of that. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, we are increasing our flask, and we are talking to Melina. I don't think she says anything important here. Yeah, she just wants to give us some lore. I'm not interested.
Words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you.
No, I'm not interested.
Of course. Perhaps
there isn't.
Tell me if you should change.
I will not change my mind. Let's go. I think I rest back down just to make her go away, so I can level up in peace. Because I don't want to go through the whole, like, holding her hand and whatever just to level up. So, yeah, that's a nice strat, if you can even call it that, for leveling up in these places. But, yeah. So we killed Borealis. Now we're just going to go towards the fire giant. But, you know, there's still a way to go until we get there. We're not fighting the fire giant in this episode, just to let you know. But we are going to fight someone else. Just getting these golden runes over here. They're golden rune 7s. I don't know what that means, but I suppose there's a lot of runes in them. I don't know. I just got them. Yeah, we're gonna fight Vike at the Lord Contender's Ever Jail. Here we are. Very nice. And you can you get to see me absolutely delete, melt, humiliate Vike. And this guy has some cool lore about him. As I understand it, he is also tarnished, like us, like our character, and he is actually the one that got the closest to becoming Elden Lord before us, obviously. But he made some bad decisions involving some flame of frenzy or whatever, and he failed in his endeavor, but and he also failed in his endeavor to kill us. But yeah, we did not fail in that endeavor. We did kill him, and we get his armor, and we also get a spell, but that's not a very good spell. His armor is also pretty cool, but again, kind of too specific for my taste. It's good for some mixing and matching, I suppose, but you know, the Carrion Knight set is my my sweet armor set in this game. That's pretty much my preferred armor set. I don't think I have another one. I mean, there are other armor sets that I enjoy, but this is number one. Anyway, we rest up here to level up, and again, we're gonna have to talk to Melina, but she actually says something useful this time. It's not just lore, I guess. So let's hear it.
We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
Alright, cool. That was kind of pointless. Again, we're gonna do the strat, the hashtag strat to level up faster. And again, we're just focusing health until 60 vigor, and then I'm gonna start pouring it into intelligence, maybe, with a little bit of endurance. We'll see. Well, I mean, you know, I'm gonna get my vigor to 60, and then we're gonna focus on damage and a little bit of endurance, whatever that means. But yeah, again, I don't want to go to the fire giant right now, so we're just gonna get sidetracked in this Guardian's Garrison area. There's nothing important here, obviously, but I say obviously, not important for my build, certainly. But we're just going through it. You know, there's some extra rooms in there, and some extra combat, some extra action for you guys. So you're welcome. But yeah, I just go up here and realize that the monk is following me, so I decide to fight him, which went well. But you know, it could be worse, because yeah, I knock him down and I decide to go down after him. I tried to do an epic plunge, but I miss. I missed two enemies. I missed the enemy that I wanted to plunge, and I missed the enemy that just happened to be there. But you know, it's fine. We have the Zweihander. We're gonna do damage. We're gonna win. This dog is really annoying, but he's also kind of dead right now. There you go. Very nice. And now we can fight the Flame Guardians, I believe. I do notice that that rat over there, and I decide to kill him, even though he did nothing wrong. But you know, this is a funny moment where we don't really agree on the location of our fight. But I win that argument, and I'm also gonna win the fight, as you can imagine. Did very nice. Taking a lot of damage, but it's fine, because you know, we have a Site of Grace right outside, and again, there's nothing else that we're gonna do today, so there is no danger of you know, running out of heals or whatever. Trying to do an epic trade with this guy, but he wins that trade. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how a spear is gonna have more poise or more hyper armor, I guess, than a Zweihander, but you know, it happened. It's fine. And now I remember I have to go around the outside of this area to go all the way to the top. If you don't notice this, well, you're not gonna find the item in or the treasure, I should say, in this area. But yeah, I just go up here, and there's a bunch of other enemies. There's that guy, but I decide to kill the dogs first. Always kill the dogs first. Even if they appear to be passive, they will become aggressive, and you will hate your life. So good decision there. And now we fight Chief Guardian Arganthi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's literally the first time I look at his name. But yeah, he's not a danger because he doesn't have any armor. He just wears a bunch of robes, which are not really effective at dealing with a massive fucking sword. So yeah, the guy is dead, and we get his silly looking shield. I mean, it's a cool shielding concept, because it's a shield and also a cannon. So that's pretty cool, but not something for our build. And now we get to go up and see what's up there. What is the actual treasure in this location? Can't remember what it is. I think it's the Giant's Prayer book, which is a really cool book if you have a really cool spell book if you are running some kind of a faith build or some kind of a pyromancer build, but I don't. Here I'm contemplating suicide, but I decide against it and use the platform instead. You know, just I don't know why I did that, because I you know, roam around a little bit here, kind of lost, and I ultimately decide to go back to the Grace. But I guess we got this smoldering butterfly, so that's totally worth it, right? I don't even know what you use this for. Just taking a quick glance around and decide to just work back to the Grace, because there's nothing there for me anymore. And now we're gonna go to the Fire Giant, specifically to the Site of Grace before the Fire Giant, just to get ourselves ready for the next episode. So yeah, we're just gonna run through here. This is not such a vibe of an area. Certainly not a pleasant vibe, because it starts to feel like a sort of like a video game level. You know, the previous area was just epic mountaintops, right? With the snow and the clouds and all that and the cool music. This feels more like a video game, like it brings us back into the reality, if you will, of the video game, because you have all the giant corpses and stuff like that, all the enemies. It's less tranquil, it's less epic, and more so it feels busy. It feels like, you know, it doesn't feel right for some reason. But, you know, what are you gonna do? We're just gonna go through it. Flame Peak. There's a bunch of locations in this area and in the area before it. You know, we have everything we need for the most part, so I'm not gonna waste my time and your time going through some random caves just to get like a, I don't know, a ghost glove wort or whatever. Like, we don't need any more items. But yeah, I mean, there is a church. That was a cool moment. There is a church around here with a golden seed or a sacred tear, one of the two, with a flask upgrade material and the rivers of blood weeb. So I might do that off camera. I don't know, or I might just do that quickly next time before we fight the Fire Giant. But anyway, this is the end of this episode. Again, kind of a filler, but we got a bunch of, and by a bunch I mean a couple of boss fights in. We made some good progress in the sense that we covered a lot of ground, so that's cool. So yeah, next time we're gonna fight the Fire Giant and see where that takes us. But in the meantime, I thank you for watching. I wish you a great day ahead of you and a goodbye.